There is this well-known marketing executive who told a story about understanding the audience, a hilarious story. For this, he took us back to when he was 6 years old and he was to take part in a poetry competition where there was that first prize, second prize, and third prize. And he was confident that he will get something because his father was a man of words, a well known poet, and who was generally well established. So he went to his father and said, "Dad, please help me." His dad was super confident. He said, "Son, I will give you a poem, and I assure you, if you recite it well, you are going to get the prize." Well, the day came. The son went up to the podium and told his poem. I am going to recite it in Hindi. Well, he said, "छलकता प्याला विष का मीरा को थमाए, हंस के पी गई वो प्रेम में जो समाई, राजमहल छूटा लोक लाज भी गई, हरि के नाम में मीरा मगन रही." A very profound poem, but there was zero response from the audience. There was pin drop silence, and the son never got the award. He went to his dad and said, "Father, what have you given me? This is what has happened. I got nothing." His father said, "Son, it's not that you have got nothing. You have got something very important, worth its weight in gold. And that is, now you know your audience. I'll give you another poem next year, and I can assure you, you'll do well." So next year, when the son was 7 years old, he got this poem, and he was again at the podium, and he started off like this: "इधर भी होमवर्क, उधर भी होमवर्क, जिधर भी देखो होमवर्क ही होमवर्क, हे भगवान ये क्या विपदा है, बच्चे तो खुश, माँ के लिए सजा है." And there was a thunderous applause. People said, "You have given such a nice poem." And he got his first prize. He went to his father, and his father said, "Son, always remember one thing, that you need to understand your audience. Only then what you want to convey would be well received by the audience." And that's a fact. If you don't know your audience, you are in a ravine. And to get out of it is difficult. Imagine, now I take an example of the white glow of death. Imagine you are taking a session in an auditorium where the lights are dimmed, and you suddenly see a white glow on the faces of audience. Well, it's not because they are enlightened by you, but it is because they are all looking at their mobiles. So it is that white glow of death. So one has to be very particular whenever you are going to tell a narrative or a story to your audience. You need to know them very well. You have to have the storytelling cycle, which is understand the audience, tailor the story, engage the audience, and thereby enhance the effectiveness. So today, I am going to lead you through how you are going to engage with the audience by knowing them well and also telling them something based on a scientific analysis of how you should manage them. There are 7 ways by which you can follow the path of knowing and engaging with your audience. There may be more, but I am bringing out 7 ways to you. The first is familiarization with the audience, whether there is a known audience or there is an unknown audience. Now, if it is an unknown audience, what you need to do is at least find somebody whom you know amongst that unknown audience and try and gather some information about the likes, the dislikes, and what is the profile of the audience which is there. If the audience is known, then the task is a bit easier. You can understand, you can do a bit of study about the audience, and if required, you may even do surveys to understand what is the mood, what are the biases of the audience, and so on. Now, this is very important. You need to spend the maximum time on familiarization with the audience. Next is to understand the power hierarchy in the audience. In every audience, you will find there are decision makers, there are opinion leaders, and there are gatekeepers. The third aspect that you need to know is to consider what are their knowledge levels. So there may be beginners there may be experts out there. If there are beginners, I would strongly recommend that you do not go in for any jargon with them. Something like what is the POC, Dimanche, and all such words which those people will not understand, but they will be too shy to stand up and ask you. And then, frankly speaking, they will not get what you are saying. Then there are the experts. It would be nice if you can acknowledge the experts during the mention or talking that you are doing with the audience, or you can take a reference of the expert when you are conveying a point. The next aspect is about the culture and language of the audience. Most of us quite often do not take this into consideration, and there is a major problem. Now, suppose you are making a narrative or you are talking to an audience which is of a different culture. If suppose you are an Indian and you are talking to an American population, right? See, they are individual centric people. While, so for them, an individual is something which is more important than the community. And they are very particular about their time. You have to start on time, you have to finish on time. And the hero who is there, when you are giving a narrative, the hero is a person, it's a person who goes about doing his things. Now, suppose your audience is, say, Chinese. Now, they have a different culture altogether. Theirs is a community culture where the individual by himself, they do not work in individual silos. They work as a group. Next is the interest level of the audience. So there is a possibility that the audience may be interested in what you are saying, or they may be ambivalent, or they may be even hostile to what you are saying. Say, let's take an example. You have to take a presentation for your people about maybe making a basketball court in your company. Now, when you are making that presentation, if your audience is in favor of the basketball court, you should straight away say that I propose making a basketball court. And thereafter, you can talk about the benefits, you can talk about the procedures, and so on, because your audience is already with you. Now, when take the case where the audience is against, maybe there is no budget, right? So at that time, you have to start by acknowledging with the audience that yes, I understand that your viewpoints are different from mine. Something like saying that I know that there is no budget for the basketball court, and what I would recommend is maybe if not a full basketball court, maybe we can have a single basket and a ball available for people to just throw the ball into the basket and relieve the tensions wherever required. That will go well with you. So, this is what I want to bring to you about how you should study your audience and go about managing things. In my next episode, I am going to talk about communication. See, audience have to be managed well by good communication. And we will see that next time as to how we should go about it. And I just want to bring one aspect to your notice that I take workshops, half day, full day workshops on such topics like managing your audience and communication and so on. And if you are interested, if you or your employees are interested in having a better narrative, then you are most welcome to reach out to me at my email ID. And as I always say, if you have some good stories about how you managed your audience, do reach out to me. It would be a great help and will be able to disseminate to everyone. And similarly, if you know of someone who is good at it, do let us know. Thank you. Have a great day.